Today we find out who wins the Prince Madness. Hey everybody, welcome back to Prince's Friend, exploring music through Prince. And this is part 2 of our Prince Madness bracket game competition. I have no clue what I'm calling this, but it's been a lot of fun so far. Again, if you want to follow along with the game, there's a link in the description that will take you to princessfriend.com where you can download the Prince Madness brackets and follow along. We did brackets 1 and 2 yesterday. Today we're going to be doing brackets 3 and 4 and figuring out who the winner of the final 4 is. Before we jump into that, don't forget to follow us on social media at PrincessFriendYT on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification so you always know when Prince's Friend puts out a brand new video. Just as a reminder, we put out one every day in the month of May. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and jump right into bracket number 3. The first face-off for bracket number 3 is Kiss versus DMSR. And for me, this isn't even a competition. I love DMSR like so much, and Kiss is a wonderful song, but DMSR, I think, is one of Prince's songs from the early 80s that really does carry over into all his other eras perfectly. He changes some lyrics here and there and whatnot later on, but literally it is probably one of his best and most perfect songs. So that one's gonna be a hard one. I think that one's probably gonna make it to the end. I'm still looking at what it's up against, but I think it's probably gonna make it to the end. The next one is The Greatest Romance Ever Sold versus Erotic City. And I love Raven to the Joy Fantastic, but I think Erotic City needs to win this. It's got that funk, it's got the George Clinton feel to it. The Greatest Romance Ever Sold is a great song, but I don't think it holds a candle. Definitely Erotic City wins. The third face-off, Diamonds and Pearls versus Controversy. All right, now that's a tricky one. I'm a 90s kid, so you would think that I would go with Diamonds and Pearls. However, I think Controversy wins this one. I love the song lyrically, I love it musically, I love everything that he did with it. And Diamonds and Pearls, I think, falters a bit on some cliched lyrics, even if it is beautiful, even if it does have Rosie Gaines on it. I think Controversy wins that face-off. So the next one is Take Me With You versus Call My Name. And obviously, if you've been watching the channel for a while, Take Me With You isn't really my favorite song. So I'm gonna go with Call My Name, which actually is one of my all-time favorite songs. I just love it. Like, he hits the right notes, the chorus is great, the video is wonderful. Everything about Call My Name, I think, just kind of blows Take Me With You out of the water. The next one is The Ballad of Dorothy Parker versus Te Amo Corazon. And Te Amo Corazon is a great song. It's got a Latin flair. It's sweet. But I think Ballad of Dorothy Parker just has one of the most unique beats, tells a wonderful story, and has some really interesting lyrics. So I'm gonna go with Ballad of Dorothy Parker, which I'm sure a lot of you did because it's from Sign of the Times and everybody loves that album, but I'm not picking it just for that. I'm picking it because I do think it is a better song technically than Te Amo Corazon. The next one is When You Were Mine versus I Would Die For You, and I Would Die For You, I think, wins this one hands down. When You Were Mine is good. It's kind of more of a campy song. So I think I Would Die For You, which is a little bit more serious, I think it just has more power behind it. I'm gonna go with I Would Die For You. And of course, any song with hand cymbals is a hit. That's why YMCA is so popular. I would die for you. The next one is I Feel For You versus Most Beautiful Girl in the World. And Most Beautiful Girl in the World, I think, is gonna win this one. I Feel For You is a great song. Again, I think what I said in the last video about I Wanna Be Your Lover, it feels a little dated, but The Most Beautiful Girl in the World, I think, is such a great song with a wonderful sentiment. I think it has to win this competition. Yeah. The next one is Glam Slam versus Raspberry Beret. And all of you know that I'm a huge Love Sexy fan. I love the album from front to back. I think, though, if we really dig deep, Raspberry Beret, I think, is probably the better song. I love the different directions that Glam Slam goes in, but Raspberry Beret, it's so catchy, it's got great instrumentality. He coughs on the record, just telling you, I really don't give a crap. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on that track, so I'm gonna go with Raspberry Beret for that one. Okay, so now we're gonna go on round 2 of bracket 3. So that makes it DMSR versus Erotic City. And I think DMSR wins. Both are actually really, really funky. Both are sexy. They both kind of have that same kind of feel. They were written around the same time, so that's probably why. I would definitely say, though, that DMSR wins. Again, it's just one of those songs that just stands the test of time, I think. The next one is Controversy versus Call My Name, and I think Call My Name has to win this one. His vocals on that track are just to die for. And Controversy is a good song, good message and everything, but you know what? Prince gets a little political on Call My Name too, so, you know, they're kind of tit for tat there. I think I'm gonna go with Call My Name. Okay, so the next one is The Ballad of Dorothy Parker versus I Would Die For You. Now that is a hard one. I actually love both of those songs. I don't even know if I would say equally, but I think they both equally have a chance to beat out the other depending upon my mood and the circumstances around the choice being made. Today, however, I think it's gonna end up being I Would Die For You. I think I'm just feeling that song today more, so I'm gonna make it win today. If you asked me tomorrow, it might have gone the other way. Today, it's I Would Die For You. And the last pair up of round 2 is Most Beautiful Girl in the World versus Raspberry Beret. And I think for me, it's gonna go Most Beautiful Girl in the World again. I love the lyrics, I love the melody, I love that it was his first album that he released on his own. Just so many things that I really love about that song, historically and musically. So I think I'm gonna give it to Most Beautiful Girl in the World. Sorry, Raspberry Beret. Round 3 puts it at DMSR versus Call My Name. Again, those are two really big songs. I'm gonna go with DMSR. I said it before, I guess I'll say it again. It stands the test of time. I really do think that it beats out just about any other song. And then I Would Die For You versus Most Beautiful Girl in the World. I think I would give it to I Would Die For You, and it's because both of them kind of have hidden messages within them, but I feel like I Would Die For You's is a little bit more on the spiritual side and has a greater impact in its song. So I Would Die For You, definitely. Which brings us to the final pairing of bracket 3, DMSR versus I Would Die For You. I think it has to be DMSR again. DMSR, I think, is just gonna win out. It was not put up against any other song that I think could have taken it down. So that's the end of bracket 3. Let's jump into bracket 4. The first pairing of bracket 4 is When Doves Cry versus Guitar. And honestly, for me, Guitar has a lot of guitar in it, but it's not necessarily better guitar than the guitar that's in When Doves Cry. So I think When Doves Cry, especially for its opening riff, the fact that it doesn't have a bass line, and a lot of people were very questioning and were like, you can't do that, and he's like, I'm gonna do it anyway. Definitely When Doves Cry, I think, is gonna end up winning that one. The next pairing is Sometimes It Snows in April versus Do Me Baby, and I'm definitely gonna have to go with Sometimes It Snows in April. They're both slower songs, but one has some remorse and some sadness in it, and the other one is sexy, and I'm feeling the sadness and remorse today. I'm not feeling the sexy today, so definitely Sometimes It Snows in April. All right, so International Lover versus Soft and Wet. I think I'm gonna go with International Lover. I love a sexy song that has some humor in it, and Prince did that a lot, but I think that beats out a dancey sexy song. I like the humor in it, so funny wins in this case. International Lover. The next one is If I Was Your Girlfriend versus Sexy MF. And I think as good as Sexy MF is, it's funky, it's got everything going for it, it's an amazing song. I have nothing bad to say about Sexy MF. We just did a video about If I Was Your Girlfriend. It is one of my all-time favorite Prince songs, hands down, period. So I think it's gonna have to win this, just, I'm gonna say because I said so. The next pairing is Get Off versus Gold. Yeah, I couldn't have thought of two more different songs to go up against each other. Gold is kind of a spiritual rock house, whereas Get Off is a dancing hip hop song. If I'm gonna go lyric, music, that sort of thing, I think I'm gonna go with Gold. It definitely has some really great instrumentality on it, and he delivers on that guitar solo, so I'm gonna go with Gold. Gold wins. The next one is Baby I'm a Star versus Nothing Compares to You. And here's the thing about Nothing Compares to You. It was never necessarily one of my favorite songs. I know everybody else loves the hell out of it, and I like the song, but I didn't fall head over heels for that song specifically like a lot of people. Baby I'm a Star, on the other hand, ooh, love that song. I sing along, I dance, every time it comes on, I have to refrain from putting it on in certain situations because it gets me moving that much. My kids hate it too because I get up all in their face and stuff and I'm singing all the lyrics. Anyway, Baby I'm a Star wins. The next one is Head versus I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man. Again, I think for me, this one, as good as Head is, I like the keyboards on it, and I think that it tells a funny story. I think I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man told an aware story, and had a great guitar solo, and had so much going for it. So I think I'm gonna go with I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man. I'm gonna go that route. Let's do it. And the last pairing is Crucial versus Little Red Corvette, which seems weird. Like, that's the song from Crystal Ball that you want to throw on here? Crucial versus Little Red Corvette, which is like an all-time classic? For me, it's not even really a contest. I think Little Red Corvette just wins. Crucial's a good song, but I mean, we're talking about Little Red Corvette here. All right, now we're gonna get down to brass tacks here. Round 2 of bracket 4. When Doves Cry versus Sometimes It Snows in April. I think I'm gonna go with Sometimes It Snows in April. I think it hits me much harder emotionally than When Doves Cry, which also has some emotional stuff to it. But I think, yeah, Sometimes It Snows in April has to win this one. Done. International Lover versus If I Was Your Girlfriend. If I Was Your Girlfriend wins, definitely. International Lover, great song. I think Prince outdid himself with If I Was Your Girlfriend, though. So it would definitely win in that face-off. Gold versus Baby I'm a Star. Now that is a hard one. Again, for all of the reasons that I just said, Baby I'm a Star is an amazing song. Gold, of course, though, from the Gold experience, it's the ending song of this huge like experience that you've had, and it's the perfect topper to the whole thing. I think it has to go to Gold. I think it is a stronger, more spiritual song, even if Baby I'm a Star is more fun. And then I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man versus Little Red Corvette. And I think I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man wins. Again, for the guitar solo, for the story being told. I love Little Red Corvette, but I think I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man still just kind of outdoes it. Bam, I Can Never Take the Place of Your Man wins. Moving on to round 3, it's Sometimes It Snows in April versus If I Was Your Girlfriend. Of course it is. 2 of my all-time favorite Prince songs against each other. I think I'm gonna have to go with If I Was Your Girlfriend. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm saying that. Oh, that one hurts. If I Was Your Girlfriend has to win though, and I'm really hoping that If I Was Your Girlfriend gets some extra points on your guys' brackets that you guys are doing. I think it needs to be there. The other one is Gold versus I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man. And as good as I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man is, now we're almost comparing guitar solos against each other. Actually, check out my last video for the top 10 guitar solos and you will have seen that. So definitely Gold wins that one versus If I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man, Gold wins. So against If I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man, Gold wins. Which makes the final face-off for bracket 4 to be If I Was Your Girlfriend versus Gold. And sad to say, I think it has to be If I Was Your Girlfriend. So bam, If I Was Your Girlfriend is the winner of bracket 4. All right, now we have our final 4. Bracket 1 was Mountains, bracket 2 was Musicology, bracket 3 was DMSR, and bracket 4 was If I Was Your Girlfriend. Now, of course, the way that the brackets work, 1 and 2 don't go against each other, and 3 and 4 don't go against each other. Oh no, that would be too easy. Now we're gonna go 1 versus 3 and 2 versus 4. Mountains versus DMSR. And the final 4, I knew it was gonna be difficult. I think it has to be Mountains. DMSR and Mountains, both funky songs. But there's one thing that Mountains has that DMSR does not have, and that is horns. So I think the addition of the horn arrangement to Mountains, I think puts it over the top. Mountains wins that first face-off, which is Musicology versus If I Was Your Girlfriend. Wow. Just wow. If I Was Your Girlfriend is an amazing song. Musicology is an amazingly funky song. I think that, however, one song was Prince kind of playing around with his emotions and his feelings, whereas the other one really came out and made a statement. So I'm gonna give this to Musicology. I think Musicology has to beat If I Was Your Girlfriend, which means the 2 winners from the first video are now going to have to face off. It is now, for the final decision, Musicology versus Mountains. Oh, and I don't even know what kind of argument to make. They're both really great. They're both funky. They both have horns. They both start with the letter M. I think I'm just going to have to make a rash decision, an executive decision, and not give it too much thought. Don't get too deep with it. And I think I'm going to have to say musicology wins. Musicology just being, I believe, one of Prince's all-time best songs, best albums, best experiences. Yeah, musicology wins, and I think that's an upset. I think nobody was expecting musicology to win that, but it is. Musicology is the winner. Congratulations, musicology, you take home the trophy. And that was Prince Madness. Musicology won over all the other songs. This was so much fun. I hope that you guys had fun with it. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification. I also want to know what the final song was in this bracket for you. Don't tell me your favorite. I need you to go through the whole bracket because Don't just tell me your favorite song, you need to go through the entire bracket, and I want to know what you ended with versus just what your favorite song is. Also, don't forget to check out the Patreon at patreon.com/princessfriend, where you can support the channel for as little as $2 a month, and otherwise, may live to see the dawn. I love you all. Thanks for coming and having fun with me.